everyone. Good morning. Today's demonstration lesson will introduce the simple present tense, a key part of English grammar. I will explain the basics and walk you through some colorful slides to make this more engaging. For this demonstration, let's imagine we have our students Anagha and Siddharth with us. Are you ready? Let's begin. Anagha says that, yes, I am ready, sir. Then Siddharth says, me too, ready, sir. First, understanding the simple present tense. We are moving to the introduction to simple present tense. Now, I am going to show you a set of slides on the topic and introduction to simple present tense. All of you carefully watch the screen. Then the first question, what is the simple present tense? On the screen that you can see, there's a question, what is simple present tense? I will explain what is simple present tense. The simple present tense is one of the most commonly used tenses. We use it to talk about things that happen regularly, like routines, general truths, or facts. Anagha, can you read what's on the screen? Then Anagha replies, Anagha reads that we use the simple present to say something happens all the time or is generally true. Perfect answer from Anagha. It's good. Anagha reads that we use the simple present to say something happens all the time or is generally true. Then we shall move to the second slide. Can all of you see the slide on the screen? Then all the students says, yes, sir, we all can see the screen. We are not talking about something happening right now. For example, when I say the sun rises in the east, it's a general truth, right? But rather something that's habit or fact. Then Anagha suddenly respond to the teacher. Yes, sir, it happens every day. Then Siddharth will respond suddenly to teacher, exactly, and it's always true. Then we are moving to review our knowledge, previous knowledge, to review the previous knowledge of the students on persons of doing actions, verb forms, regular and irregular verbs. Teacher shows the slides below. Students, let us brush up our memory on certain topics which are essential to learn simple present tense. Firstly, we are going to discuss about the persons of doing actions. First, we are going to discuss about the persons of doing actions. Then all the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir. Now we move to the next slide, persons of doing action. In English, the subject or person doing the action can be different. We usually call subject as person of doing action. For example, I teach English. Here, person of doing action or subject is I. Let's look at them together. Anagha, can you read the singular subjects like first person, second person, and third person from the screen for us? Then Anagha looks to the screen and she reads. Anagha reads that first person singular I, second person singular you, and third person singular he or she or it. Then teacher asks to Siddharth, can you read the plural ones? Siddharth reads that first person plural we, second person plural you, third person plural they. Excellent. Teacher motivates the students by saying excellent. These are important because the verb form can be changed depending on the subject. Let's move to the next slide on verb forms. We are going to learn about different verb forms now. Let's start with with some examples. Anaha, can you read the forms of the verb eat for us? Anaha reads the forms of the verb eat, eat, ate, eaten, eating, eats, and to eat. Good. The base form eat is what we use in the simple present tense with the I, we, you, and they. And with he, she, or it, we add an yes at the end, like eats. Teacher asks a question to Siddharth. Siddharth, what's another verb we could try? Siddharth responds to the teacher that let's try write. Great choice. In simple present, we say write for most subjects and writes for he, she, or it. Please listen. In simple present, we say write, the word write for most subjects and writes added an s with the verb write for he, she, or it. Then all the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir. Teacher elaborates the verb forms to students, those who need a plus curriculum for gifted and exceptional children, explained below. We see on the screen that base form of the verb, like go, you can see in the screen, there is a go. That is the base form of the verb. Then simple past went is there. Next, past participle gone is there. You can see gone is here. Present participle or gerund going is there. And third person singular goes is here. Infinitive to go is here. We use these verb forms in various situations to construct sentences. Then all the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir. Let's move to the next slide. That is regular verbs and irregular verbs. Now let's talk about regular and irregular verbs. Regular verbs follow. Regular verbs follow a pattern. Like play becomes played. Play here. Play become played. In the past tense and past participle. Play become played in the past and again played in the past participle. But irregular verbs like go change differently. Instead of God, G-O-E-D, we don't use God. We say went in the past tense and gone in the past participle. Here, go, went, gone. Present form, went past form, gone past participle. Then teacher asked to Anaga, Anaga, do you know another irregular verb? Anaga replies to the teacher, yes, sir. Take changes to took in the past tense and taken in the past participle. Perfect. Teacher motivates the child as a student. Understanding these verbs is key to forming sentences in different tenses. Then all the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir. We shall move to the next slide on types of simple present tense. There are four types of first 1, 2, 3, 4. Four types of simple present tenses. Affirmative sentences, negative sentences, interrogative sentences, negative interrogative sentences. Let's look at them one by one. First, we have affirmative sentences. Affirmative sentences are positive statements like he walks to school every day or I walk to school every day. Siddharth, can you try to make an affirmative sentence? Exactly. Yes, sir. Siddharth responds to the teacher's question that, like, I play football, right? Correct answer from Siddharth. Next, we are going to see negative sentences. Negative sentences that says something doesn't happen or it is having a negative meaning, like I don't walk to school or he does not walk to school every day. Anagha, can you try a negative sentence? Anagha responds to the teacher's question that, sure, I don't play football. Perfect answer. Next, we have interrogative questions. Interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences, they are in the form of questions like, do you walk to school every day? Do you walk to school every day? There is a question where it came. Here you can see, does he walk to school every day? That is a question. Sentences which are in question form are called interrogative sentences. Siddharth, please make a question. Siddharth answers to the teacher's question that, sure. Do you read the lesson? Excellent. We are moving to the last type of sentences, that is negative interrogative sentences. Negative interrogative or negative questions. They are negative and questions in form, like, don't you walk to school every day? Don't you walk to school every day? Here you can see, doesn't he walk to school every day? The sentence is both negative and interrogative. Negative and in the form of question. Anaka, can you make a negative question? Yes, sir. Anaka responds to the teacher's question that, yes, don't you play football? Perfect answer. Teacher motivates the students. Great job, both of you. Let's go through each type today. Starting with the affirmative sentences. We'll cover the others next time. Now we are going to discuss about affirmative sentences. All the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir. Let's move to the next slide on the structure of affirmative sentences or the formula to form simple present tense affirmative. The structure for simple present affirmative sentences is straightforward. Here is the formula for each type of subject. Then all the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir. First, we are going to see first person singular I. The formula is that subject plus base, verb plus object. Subject I plus base verb plus object. Example, I walk to school every day. I walk to school every day. Here, I is the subject, walk is the base form of the verb, to school every day is the object. For the first person singular I, we use with the subject plus base verb plus object. Then we are moving to first person plural. First person plural is we. The formula to form simple present tense, subject plus base verb plus object. For example, we walk to school every day. We walk to school every day. Next, we have second person singular. Second person singular is you. The formula is subject plus base verb plus object. For example, you walk to school every day. Here the subject is you plus base verb school every day. You walk to school every day. Next, we have second person plural. Second person plural is you. Second person singular and plural are you. To form simple present tense, we use subject plus base verb plus object. For example, you walk to school every day. You is the subject here, second person plural. Walk is the base form. To school every day is the object of the sentence. Next, we have third person singular. Third person singular is he or she or it. The formula to form simple present tense, we are using subject plus base verb plus, we are adding an s or es or ies plus object. For example, he walks to school every day. He walks to school every day. He is the subject. Walk plus yes be added with walk. Then it becomes walk every day. She is the subject. Walk is the base form of the verb. We added an s with the walk. Then it becomes walks to school every day. Then we have it. The subject, third person singular subject is it. Rains in autumn. It rains in autumn. Rain is the base form. We added an s with the yes. Then it became it rains in autumn. We all understood that there is a change in the law. When the subject is third person singular, he or she or it, we will add subject plus base verb plus an s or es or ies with the base form of the verb. Okay, let's move to the third person plural. What is the third person plural? Third person plural is they. They is the third person plural. By using third person plural subjects to form simple present tense, so we will use the formula subject plus base verb plus object. As usual, there is no change in the law, like first person singular plural, second person singular plural, and third person plural. All these having the same rule. Here, the they is the subject, that is third person plural. Walk is the base form of the verb. School every day is the object. We have learned the formula to make positive sentences in simple present tense. Now, all the students copy the formula with examples to your notebook. Now you can copy the formula from the screen to your notebook. See, formula is on the screen. You can now copy the formula to your notebook. Now, all the students respond to the teacher. Ask yes, sir, we do. All the students copy the formula with the examples to their notebook. Did you finish copying? All the students respond to the teacher. Yes, sir, we have finished. Siddharth, please read the formula for first person singular with the example from your notebook. Siddharth reads the formula with the example from the notebook as first person singular I, plus base verb plus object. For example, I walk to school. Teacher responds to the student, excellent. Then teacher asks a question to Anagha. Can you give me an example sentence using I? Anagha gives answer to the teacher as, I eat breakfast in the morning. Excellent. That's great, Anagha. See, we are just using the base form of the verb after I. Then all the students respond to the teacher. Yes, sir. Then teacher writes the sentence, I eat breakfast in the morning on the whiteboard. Okay, you see the sentence. Anagha said the sentence, I eat breakfast in the morning. All of you can see the sentence on the white screen. All the students reply to the teacher. Yes, then teacher reads the sentence. I ate breakfast in the morning. All of you read the sentence. I eat breakfast in the morning. Then all the students together read, I eat breakfast in the morning. Now, all of you copy the sentence. I eat breakfast in the morning to your notebook. All the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir. Then all of them copy the sentence, I eat breakfast in the morning to their notebook. Teacher motivates the children and reinforce excellent. Next teacher asks to Anagha, Anagha, please read the formula for first person plural with the example from your notebook. Anagha reads the formula with the example from the notebook as first person plural we plus base verb plus object. Example, we walk to school every day. Teacher respond to the student, excellent. Siddharth, can you give me an example sentence using the subject we? Siddharth gives answer to the teacher as, we play cricket every day. That's great, Siddharth. See, we are just using the base form of the verb after we. Then teacher writes the sentence, we play cricket every day on the whiteboard. All of you see the whiteboard? We play cricket every day. Teacher reads the sentence again. We play cricket every day. Teacher asks to all the students to repeat the sentence together. All the students together read the sentence, we play cricket every day. The teacher asks all the students to copy the sentence to their notebook. All the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we do. Did you finish your copy? All the students repeat to the teacher, yes, sir. Then Siddharth, please read the formula for second person singular with the example from your notebook. Then Siddharth reads the formula with the example from the notebook as second person singular, you. The formula, you plus base verb plus object. Example is, you walk to school every day. Anagha, can you give me an example sentence using you? Then Anagha gives the answer to the teacher as, you write your homework every day. That's great, Anagha. See, we are just using the base form of the verb after the subject you. Teacher then writes the sentence, you write your homework every day on the whiteboard. And then teacher reads the sentence, you write your homework every day. Can all of you see the sentence on the whiteboard? Then all the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir. Then you copy the sentence to your notebook. Then all the students copying the sentence to their notebook. Then teacher asks to the students to read the sentence on the whiteboard. All the students together read the sentence. You write your homework every day. Did you finish your copying? Yes, sir. All the students reply to the teacher as yes. The teacher asked Anaga, please read the formula for second person plural with example from your notebook. Anaga reads the formula with the example from the notebook as second person plural you plus base form of the verb plus object. Example, you walk to school. Teacher respond to the student, excellent. Here, we don't need till of sentences because both singular and plural of second person are same. That is you. We have already seen in the second person singular example, you write your homework every day. The teacher asked to the student Siddharth, please read the formula for third person singular with example from your notebook. Siddharth reads the formula with example from the notebook as third person singular he or she or it plus base verb plus yes or es or ies plus object. Example, he walks to school, she walks to school, it rains in autumn. Anaga, can you give me an example sentence using he? Then Anaga gives answer to the teacher as he goes to market. That's great, Anaga. See, we are just using base form of the verb plus es after the subject he. Then teacher writes the sentence, he goes to market on the whiteboard. All of you see on the whiteboard the sentence, he goes to market. All of you read together the sentence on the whiteboard. Then all the students together read the sentence, he goes to market. The teacher asks all the students to copy the sentence from the whiteboard to their notebook. All the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir, we do. Then teacher asks, did you finish your copy? Then all the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we finished copying. Then teacher asked to Siddharth, can you give me an example sentence using the subject she? Siddharth gives answer to the teacher as she dances to the music. That's great, Siddharth. See, we are just using the base form of the verb plus yes after the subject she. Then teacher writes the sentence, she dances to the music on the whiteboard. All of you, please listen to the whiteboard. Can all see the sentence, she dances to the music on whiteboard? Then all the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we can see. Then teacher reads the sentence again. She dances to the music. Then teacher asks all the students together, read the sentence, she dances to the music. Then all the students together, she dances to the music. Then teacher asks all the students to copy the sentence, she dances to the music to their notebook. Then all the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we do. Then all the students copy the sentence, she dances to the music to the notebook. Did you finish copying? Then all the students replied to the teacher, yes, sir, we finished. Teacher asked a question to Anaga. Can you give me an example sentence using it? Anaga gives answer to the teacher as it looks sunny today. Anaga gives answer to the teacher as it looks sunny today. Teacher responds to the student, that's great, Anaga. See, we are just using the base form of the verb plus yes after the subject it. The teacher writes the sentence, it looks sunny today on the whiteboard. All the students, please listen to the whiteboard. You can see a sentence using the subject it. It looks sunny today. All the students together read the sentence. It looks sunny today. Then all the students together read the sentence. It looks sunny today. Then teacher asks all the students to copy the sentence from the whiteboard to their notebook. All the students answer to the teacher, yes, sir, we do. Did you finish your copying? Then all the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we finished. Siddharth, please read the formula for third person plural with example from your notebook. Siddharth reads the formula with example from the notebook as third person plural, they. They plus base verb plus object. Example, they walk to school every day. Teacher asks a question to Anaga. Can you give me an example sentence using the subject they? Then Anaga gives answer to the teacher as they wash their hands every day. Excellent. Teacher motivates the student by saying the word excellent and reinforce the student. Then teacher writes the sentence on the whiteboard. They wash their hands every day. Teacher reads the sentence. They wash their hands every day. Teacher asks all students to read the sentence. They wash their hands together. Then all the students together reads the sentence. They wash their hands every day. Teacher asks all the students to copy the sentence from the whiteboard to their notebook. And all the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we do. The first sentence, I eat breakfast in the morning. Second sentence, we play cricket every day. Third sentence, you write your homework every day. Fourth sentence, he goes to market. Then she dances to the music. And next sentence, it looks sunny today. And the last sentence, they wash their hands every day. Did all of you understand the sentences? How to make affirmative sentences in simple present? Did you understand? Then all the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we understood. Now let us move to the next slide. Spelling notes or rules in the simple present tense. That's all seeing in the seeing on the screen. Spelling notes or rules. Let's look at how verbs change in the simple present, especially for the subjects he, she, and it. Verbs ending in ss, here you can see ss, sh, ch, x, or o add an es to the form to form the verb in simple present for third person singular subjects. Instead of an S, we will add an ES with the verb. For example, I go to becomes he goes. I rush becomes he rushes. Did you understand this spelling notes? Verbs ending in SS, SH, CH, X, and O add an ES with the verb to form it into simple present for third person singular subjects. We shall move to the next spelling rules. The second spelling rule, when Y follows a consonant, we change the Y into I and add an ES with the base form of the verb. Here, when a sentence comes with the verb carry, here you can see a I carry becomes he carries. What is the change came here? Here, I carry. Last, there is a consonant. There is a consonant sound. R comes. Following the consonant sound R, after the consonant sound R comes Y. Then that Y becomes I. Okay. That Y becomes the I, and we will add an ES with that I. Then I carry becomes he carries. She carry become she carries. I carry becomes she carries. I carry becomes it carries. Okay, let's look to the another example. I copy. The before the Y, there is a consonant P. P, a consonant sound P. That P, after that consonant, there is a Y. That Y changes to I. And I copy changes as he copies. I copy changes as he copies. Here, I copy become she copies. And I copy changes as it copies. Did you understand the spelling changes? I believe that all of you understood the spelling rules. Second, students, let us move to the next slide. Verbs ending in Y following a vowel obey the usual rule. Add S after the Y. Here we can see the example. I obey. You can see the verb obey ending with the letter Y. When Y comes before an vowel, here you can see O-B-E-Y. Here the E sound, that is a vowel sound. After this vowel sound comes the Y letter. That if in that scenario, we would add a S with that Y. Verbs ending in Y following a vowel, we will add a S after Y. See, I obeys becomes he obeys. We add I obey plus NS, then it becomes he obeys. I obey becomes she obeys. I obey becomes it obeys. For just to see the next example, I say, there is before the Y sound, there is a vowel sound A. That is A. Before a Y letter, a vowel sound comes, then we would add a S after the Y. Here we can see I say becomes he says. I say changes as she says and it says. Did you understand three types of spelling rules? All the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we understood. Then teacher asked Anagha, can you think of a verb that follows these rules? Then Anagha explains the verb that follows the rule as watch becomes I watch become she watches. Teacher respond to the student. Exactly, the answer is correct. Well done, Anaga. It is I watch and she watches. Then teacher asks to Siddharth, can you think of a verb that follows these rules? Siddharth says that I copy becomes he copies. I copy becomes she copies. Well done, Siddharth. Teacher motivates the student. Then teacher asks all the students to copy the spelling rules to their notebooks. Then all the students answer to the teacher, yes, sir, we copy. Did you finish copying? All the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we finished copying. Then let us move to the next slide. That is, where should we use simple present tense? Where should we use simple present tense? The simple present tense has many uses. We use it for things that are always true, routines, and habits. For example, the earth goes round the sun. Do you understand? All the students reply to the teacher, yes, sir, we understood. What I explained to you is that simple present tense having a lot of uses. First use is that to explain general truth or facts. To simplify the uses, I am telling you simple present tense is using to explain general truths or facts. We use it for things that are always true. For example, I have already given an example and I will explain another example. The sun rises in the east. Then teacher asks Siddharth, can you give me an example for general truth or facts? Siddharth answers to the question, sure, sir. Water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Teacher responds to the student, perfect. We use simple present here because it's a general fact. Secondly, simple present tense is used to explain routine actions. We use it things that are routines and habits. For example, I wake up at 7 a.m. and she eats breakfast every day. These all are habitual actions. We do these things every day. That's why the sentence we are constructing in simple present tense. Can you each give me a routine sentence? The teacher asks question to both Anaga and Siddharth. Anaga gives an example sentence as, I brush my teeth every morning. And Siddharth says, the sentence perfect. Teacher motivates the children and says, we use simple present here because the sentences are routines and habits. We can also use simple present with adverbs like always and usually. For example, usually I wake up early in the morning. Anaha, can you give me a sentence using usually? Anaha tells a sentence using usually as, I usually drink coffee in the morning. Anaha says the sentence, I usually drink coffee in the morning. We can see here, we use simple present to explain habits. Next, we shall move to the next slide. On the screen, you can see, we can use simple present to give instructions. Like, you turn left at the stop sign, or in conditional sentences, if it rains, the ground gets wet. Anaha, can you make an instruction sentence? Anaha answers to the teacher's question as, first, wash your hands. It's an instruction. Excellent answer from Anaha. Siddharth, can you make a conditional sentence? Then Siddharth says the sentence, if she studies hard, she passes the examination. Perfect. These are practical uses of simple present in real life also. First one was Anaha given an example for instruction, and Siddharth given an example for conditional sentence. Let's move to the next slide. This is a practice session by Anaha and Siddharth. All the students respond to the instruction of the teacher. Yes, sir. Now let's practice making sentences together. All of you, please see the slide on the screen. There, you can see the verbs like eat, play, and read. Now, all of you write each sentences using the verb eat with the subject he, play with the subject they, and read with the subject I in your notebook. First, I will repeat the instruction. All of you write each sentences using the verb eat with the subject he, play with the subject they, and read with the subject I. When I ask to read the sentence, you have to type the sentence on the chat box and read. Do you understand the instruction? After writing the sentences in your notebook, you just type the sentences in the chat box that I can verify your answers. All the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir, we do. Did you finish your writing? All the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir, we finished. Then Anaha, please read the sentence using the verb eat with he. Anaha types the sentence on the chat box and reads the sentence. Anaha reads the sentence as, he eats breakfast every morning. Excellent answer. Teacher motivates the student. Then teacher asks to Siddharth, read the sentence using the verb play with they. Siddharth now types the sentence on the chat box and reads. Siddharth reads the sentence using the verb play with the subject they as they play soccer on weekends. Teacher responds to the student, excellent answer. Keep it up. And then teacher asks Anaga, read the sentence using the verb read with the we. Anaga types the sentence on the chat box and reads. Anaga reads the sentence using the verb read with the subject we. We read a novel after the class. Excellent, Anaga and Siddharth. You both are doing great. It's a motivation to the students by the teacher. Let's move to the next slide on recap and conclusion. The teacher says to all students, fantastic work, everyone. Today, both of you performed well in the class. This is for a motivation to students. To sum up here, what we have learned today, we learned what the simple present tense is, how to form affirmative sentences, and what to use this tense in our daily life. That we have learned today. For the subject, third person singular, he, she, and it, we adds a yes or es or is with the base form of the verb. And for the rest of the persons, like I, you, we, and they, we use only the base form of the verb. Did all of you understood the class? All the students respond to the teacher, yes, sir, we understood. Any questions, Anagha or Siddharth? Do you have any doubts? Anagha responds to the teacher, no, sir, I think I understood everything. Siddharth responds to the teacher that, yes, sir, it's very clear for me. Then teacher, great, Anagha and Siddharth. That's all for today. Thank you for being part of this class. Further, we will cover negative and interrogative sentences in the simple present tense. I will see you next time for more practice on learning simple present tense through listening. Great job. Thank you for joining.